It is no coincidence that you clicked on this video today, but rather it is part of the universe's plan. These chosen people are believed to have unique superpowers given by the divine powers, yet their true identities remain hidden. This veil of secrecy is not mere coincidence. It serves a deep, profound purpose. Chosen people walk among us, their true nature concealed by divine plan. This concealment is not a punishment or omission, but a necessary stage that prepares them for their ultimate role. Chosen people often have the power to change the course of history or impact the world in ways beyond normal understanding. By concealing their true identities, God is preparing the chosen people for divine blessings. And now your time is coming when God is going to reveal your full hidden power and purpose. In today's video, we will learn why God keeps the true identities of the chosen people hidden, and why you, the chosen people, have been chosen for a special mission in the world. Before the universe immerses you in this deep transformation, you can give your feedback to the universe by commenting 999. And if you are not connected with the energy of this channel, you can join by subscribing to the channel. Protection from dark forces. The chosen ones often have the power to change the course of history or impact the world in ways beyond common understanding. By concealing their true identity, God ensures that they are protected from dark forces and entities that seek to disrupt divine plans. Imagine a world where someone destined for greatness comes across so clearly that everyone, even those who wish to harm them, can see their potential. These dark forces, whether you see them as evil entities, people driven by jealousy, or simply negative influences, will naturally want to prevent the chosen one from reaching their full potential. They thrive on spreading chaos and disrupting plans that lead to goodness or positive change. If a person's unique destiny is revealed too early, these evil forces can launch attacks to weaken or corrupt them before they even know who they really are or what they are capable of. Secrecy acts like a protective cloak, a kind of divine disguise that shields the chosen one until they are strong enough to recognize and handle their purpose. It allows them to live and grow without the constant pressure of being targeted or manipulated by those who oppose them. This time of hidden growth is essential. Think of it as a seed growing underground. It must remain invisible until it is strong enough to break through the surface and withstand the elements. Also, this period of hiding allows the chosen one to experience life like normal human beings. They learn, make mistakes, and develop their values without knowing that they are any different from others. This time of anonymity is important because it builds empathy, resilience, and wisdom. The experiences they go through, the challenges they face without any special recognition, prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead. If they had known about their destiny much earlier, or if everyone knew who they were, their actions could have been fueled by fear or arrogance. Instead, the veil of normality keeps them humble and grounded, qualities they will need to fulfill their tasks when the time comes. When they finally discover their true calling, they are no longer the same person they were at the beginning of their journey. By then, they have gained enough inner strength and insight to face any obstacles that come their way. At this point, the secrecy begins to fade, allowing their purpose to slowly come to light. They are no longer just a potential target for dark forces. They become warriors ready to defend their purpose. The old protective veil of obscurity transforms into armor, forged through their own experiences and growth. This gradual awakening also prevents chaos in the world around them. If their power or role were obvious from the start, this might have caused unwanted attention and even panic among people. Some may see them as a savior and become overly dependent, while others may see them as a threat and act out of fear. By keeping their true identity hidden, The divine forces allow the world to evolve naturally until the chosen one is ready to step forward, often at exactly the right time. In this way, divine secrecy is not only a form of protection, but a strategy that respects both the chosen one's journey and the world's readiness. It ensures that when they do reveal themselves or their purpose becomes clear, they are fully equipped to handle it, and the world is in a place where it can accept and support them. This delicate balance of concealment and revealing allows them to ultimately succeed in their mission without falling prey to dark forces too early in their journey. Time to develop wisdom and humility. Raw power without guidance or wisdom can lead to corruption or chaos. By concealing the true identity of the chosen ones, God provides them with time to develop the wisdom and humility necessary to wield their powers responsibly. When a person has great ability or power, but lacks the understanding and maturity to use it properly, they may inadvertently cause harm or even lose themselves due to their desires and impulses. This is why it is believed that a journey of wisdom and humility is important, especially for those who are destined to play important roles in life or society. When a higher power, such as God or fate, chooses someone for a special purpose, his or her identity or full potential is often kept hidden from them for a period of time. This concealment is not just to create mystery or suspense, it serves an important purpose. By not knowing their true identity or potential right away, these chosen individuals have the time they need to grow and learn important lessons. If they become aware of their power too early, they may abuse it or be overwhelmed by the burdens that come with it. Imagine someone suddenly discovering that they have enormous influence or abilities despite not having the life experience to handle such responsibility. Without the foundational strength of humility, power can be intoxicating. It can distort a person's view of right and wrong, making them feel superior to others or above the rules that hold society together. This is why the process of developing wisdom is so important. Wisdom teaches a person not only how to use power, but when to use it, and, most importantly, when not to. Humility plays a complementary role in this journey. It is through humility that a person stays connected to others and remembers that everyone is part of a larger group. When a person understands humility, he recognizes that his power or special gifts do not make him better than anyone else, but come with a responsibility to serve and protect others. They become more empathetic, understanding that everyone has their own struggles, pains, and dreams. This sense of empathy is what truly allows a leader or chosen individual to use power in a way that benefits not just them, but everyone around them. Concealing these individuals' true identities ensures that they do not rely on their powers as a shortcut to success. They have to face life just as everyone else does, learning lessons of patience, compassion, failure, and resilience. These experiences help them understand what it is like to face challenges, feel powerless, and overcome difficulties through sheer will and determination. Through these moments, they build a foundation of empathy and a deeper connection to the human condition. By living among many people, they see the value in relationships, teamwork, and trust. They realize that power is not meant to isolate them, but to be used for a higher good. When the time comes for them to fully embrace their destiny, they do so with a sense of responsibility, willing to use their powers not for their own benefit, but for the good of others. This journey of developing wisdom and humility is not just for imaginary chosen ones or heroes. It reflects a universal truth. The greatest leaders, thinkers, and changemakers are those who have faced trials, learned from their mistakes, and understood that true strength lies in compassion and humility. Power in the hands of a person who understands this can change the world for the better. Avoiding unwanted attention, revealing the chosen one's identity too early, can lead to serious complications. If the world learns that someone with extraordinary power or fortune is among them, it can lead to chaos. Societies, governments, or powerful individuals may rush to control this person or manipulate their influence for their own benefit. Such attention can hinder the chosen one's natural development, burdening them with unrealistic expectations or forcing them to act in a way that is beneficial to others, but not to themselves or their true purpose. This is why keeping their identity hidden for a while can be vital to their growth and protection. When a person is suddenly thrust into the spotlight because of who they are or what they can do, it can be overwhelming. They may face pressure from all sides, ranging from admiration and high expectations to jealousy and fear. Being scrutinized can limit their ability to discover who they really are, as they may feel compelled to conform to the demands of others or to become someone they are not. Instead of learning naturally and making mistakes, they may find themselves being watched and criticized at every turn. This kind of pressure can impede growth, making it harder to build confidence or make choices that are in line with their true calling. In addition, powerful people or institutions often want to use any advantage they can to stay ahead. If they discover that someone has abilities beyond the ordinary or an extraordinary destiny, these influential individuals may try to control or exploit that person. This may mean forcing them to join a cause, influencing their decisions, or even using them as a tool for power. The chosen person's freedom may be eliminated. He or she may become a puppet, not a person pursuing a unique path. Such external forces will make it difficult for them to stay true to themselves or focus on what they want to achieve. Keeping their identity a secret gives the chosen one a chance to grow up like no one else. They can move through life without the eyes of the world watching their every move. This gives them a chance to gain real experience, build genuine relationships, and understand people on a basic level. It helps them see beyond their own abilities and connect with the struggles and dreams of others. These life lessons are invaluable, making them not only powerful but also wise, empathetic, and resilient. This period of living without external pressure also gives them time to develop their skills in a safe space. Away from inquisitive eyes, they can make mistakes, try again, and slowly master their strengths without fear of judgment or exploitation. They learn to balance their abilities with ethics and a sense of responsibility, figuring out when to act and when to back off. This growth period ensures that by the time their true identity is revealed or discovered, they are ready. They are no longer the naive or inexperienced individuals they were before, but rather they become individuals who know how to persevere, make decisions, and protect themselves from those who wish to manipulate them. The hidden stage of their lives is a time of protection and preparation. It protects them from the damaging effects of premature attention and allows them to mature into the role they are destined for. When the time comes for them to step into the light, they can do so with the confidence, self-awareness, and strength necessary to fulfill their destiny, not because others have demanded it of them, but because they have grown into it in their own time and on their own terms. Preventing ego and pride. Even the noblest of hearts can be tempted by pride and ego, especially when someone knows they possess extraordinary gifts or a special destiny. It's human nature to feel special when we know we're different or have unique abilities that set us apart. While a sense of pride isn't always negative, it can easily turn into something more harmful when left unchecked. When a chosen one is aware of their exceptional nature too soon, it can become a risk that they'll start seeing themselves as superior to others. This belief can slowly grow into arrogance and self-importance, distancing them from the people they are meant to help or serve. This is why it's often said that God, or a guiding force, might choose to keep their identity hidden to protect them from falling into this trap. The danger of pride lies in how subtly it can take hold. At first, a chosen one might simply feel grateful for their talents or destiny. But over time, as they accomplish more and see how their abilities surpass those around them, they might begin to think that the rules no longer apply to them. They might start feeling untouchable or deserving of special treatment, believing that they're somehow better than others. This mindset can be destructive because it leads to decisions based on self-interest instead of the well-being of the community. The purpose of their gifts can become twisted, turning from service to power and control. By concealing their identity and true nature, God helps chosen ones stay grounded. They grow up believing they are just like everyone else, experiencing the same joys and struggles that come with everyday life. They don't have the constant reminder of their uniqueness whispering in their ear, tempting them to separate themselves from others. Instead, they get to learn what it means to be humble. They see firsthand that everyone, no matter how strong or gifted, has vulnerabilities and moments of weakness. This perspective allows them to develop empathy and compassion, qualities that are crucial for anyone meant to wield power responsibly. Empathy is understanding others' experiences and emotions, even if they are different from your own. When a chosen one learns empathy, they see the value in every person, not just in themselves. They understand that power isn't meant to lift them above others, but to lift others up. They are moved not by pride in their abilities, but by a sincere desire to make life better for those around them. This is where humility comes into play. When someone is humble, they recognize that their gifts are not solely their own. They are meant for a purpose greater than personal glory. They become less focused on what they can gain and more aware of how they can contribute. When their true nature is eventually revealed, these individuals are much better prepared. They don't walk into their role with a head full of pride, but with a heart full of understanding and respect for their responsibility. They know what it's like to struggle, to fail, and to be human. This awareness ensures that they use their powers thoughtfully for the greater good rather than for selfish reasons. It's not just their power that makes them leaders, but their ability to connect, to care, and to use their gifts in service of others. By avoiding the pitfalls of arrogance and developing humility, chosen ones can become not only powerful figures, but compassionate leaders who inspire trust and hope. Their strength comes not from seeing themselves as better, but from understanding that true greatness lies in serving others and using their gifts wisely. In the end, it's the lessons learned in the shadow of hidden identity that shape them into people worthy of the gifts they hold, ensuring they remain a force for good in a world that needs them. Strengthening resilience in the face of adversity. Life is filled with challenges and obstacles, and through these struggles we become stronger, more resilient, and better prepared for the future. It's easy to think that power or special abilities will make everything easier, but often the most profound lessons come from the difficulties we face without the help of supernatural gifts. If the chosen ones are always aware of their extraordinary powers, they can become overly dependent on them. Instead of learning to move forward in the world using their natural talents and skills, they can become too dependent on their abilities and avoid the challenges that can help them move forward. God, or any higher power that guides us, knows that real strength is built in adversity. Keeping the chosen one's true identity and powers hidden for a while allows them to experience life as everyone else does. Without any shortcuts or easy solutions, they have to face the same struggles, make the same mistakes, and learn the same tough lessons that build resilience in all of us. If they were aware of their strengths from the start, they might feel invincible or think they don't have to work as hard as others. This can prevent them from developing the inner strength needed to accomplish their ultimate purpose. When we don't have an easy path immediately, we are forced to think creatively, persevere, and find solutions with the resources available to us. These experiences shape our character in a way that strength alone cannot. For example, someone for whom things have always come easily may struggle at the first real obstacle, not knowing how to handle failure or disappointment. On the other hand, someone who has weathered storms, dealt with disappointment, and fought through adversity learns how to pick themselves up, move forward, and make the most of difficult situations. This develops resilience, an essential quality for anyone who is meant to handle great responsibility. When the chosen ones are unaware of their true nature, they are free to make mistakes, grow, and learn without the pressure of having to live up to anyone's expectations. They don't have the weight of their fate constantly on their shoulders. Instead, they can focus on developing the problem-solving skills, emotional strength, and perseverance they'll need when their true mission finally becomes clear. These early experiences help them build the character and tenacity they'll need for their ultimate task. Imagine you're facing a difficult situation and you don't have an immediate answer. You may feel helpless, frustrated, or uncertain, but in the process, you learn valuable lessons. Maybe you seek advice, maybe you try multiple approaches, or maybe you learn to trust your instincts. These experiences teach resilience, how to keep moving forward even when things don't go according to plan. They build emotional strength, helping you develop the courage to take on even greater challenges in the future. For the chosen ones, these early struggles are what give them the courage to face the immense challenges that come after they accept their true purpose. By the time their powers manifest, they have developed not only their abilities, but also the resilience to handle the responsibilities that come with them. They understand that their strength comes not just from their gifts, but from the personal growth they have experienced. These lessons in perseverance, problem-solving, and overcoming difficulties shape them into individuals who are truly prepared for their destiny, not because they can rely on extraordinary abilities, but because they have learned to face adversity and emerge stronger from it. In this way, their powers being hidden serves a greater purpose. This allows them to develop the resilience and strength needed to complete their ultimate mission, ensuring they are not only powerful, but also intelligent, emotionally stable, and able to make decisions based on hard-won experience. Preserving free will. The idea of being chosen for a special purpose or destiny can be a powerful one, but it also raises an important question. How much freedom do those who are chosen truly have? If someone knows from the very beginning that they have a predetermined role to fulfill, it could be easy for them to feel like their choices are not really their own. In some ways, it might feel as though they are being pushed along a path, and they may start to believe that everything they do is part of some grand design they have no control over. However, preserving a chosen one's free will is essential for them to genuinely embrace their destiny and make decisions that are authentically their own. By keeping the identity and true purpose of a chosen one hidden, they are given the freedom to make their own choices without being influenced by the weight of what they are meant to become. If a person were to discover their extraordinary abilities or their place in the world too early, they might start making decisions based on that knowledge rather than their true values. They might feel as though they are being guided by fate, and instead of navigating life according to their personal beliefs and desires, they could start doing what they think they should do, following a path set for them before they had a chance to really explore their own wants and needs. This could lead them to act out of obligation rather than genuine desire. When their powers are kept a secret, however, They are free to live their life as anyone else would. They get to make decisions based on their own experiences and inner compass, not because they are destined to do one thing or another. They can explore the world, develop their own values, and decide what truly matters to them. This process of choosing what is important to them without any outside pressure is critical for their growth as individuals. It allows them to understand what it means to make a choice based on their beliefs, without the interference of a destiny they haven't yet come to terms with. This freedom to choose also helps them grow into themselves in a more authentic way. They face challenges, form relationships, and navigate life based on who they are, not on what they are supposed to become. This experience of free will is something everyone deserves, and it's especially important for the chosen ones, as it enables them to build their character from a place of personal truth. When they finally discover their true nature, they will have already shaped their identity. They will not feel that their role is something forced upon them. Instead, they will be able to embrace their destiny as a conscious, willing choice. By the time the chosen ones uncover their true purpose, they have spent years shaping their understanding of the world. They have lived without the constraints of a predetermined path, and that allows them to make the decision to step into their role from a place of free will. When they accept their destiny, it is not because they feel obligated or because they think they have no other option. It is because they choose it, fully aware of the implications and responsibilities that come with it. The gift of free will is one of the most important aspects of being human, and for the chosen ones, it is crucial that they are given the space to discover who they are before they are asked to take on a monumental task. Their ultimate mission becomes something they embrace with intention, and because they are acting from a place of personal choice, their commitment to it is far stronger and more meaningful than if they had been forced into it. In the end, the preservation of free will ensures that when the chosen ones rise to their destiny, they do so as individuals, fully in control of their path and their purpose. Ensuring the right moment of revelation, timing is one of the most critical elements in any story, especially when it comes to the journey of someone who is chosen for something extraordinary. There's an understanding that in life, everything happens at the right time, and for the chosen ones, this timing is especially important. Revealing their true identity or powers too soon could have unforeseen consequences. It might disrupt the flow of their journey, causing them to act prematurely or with a sense of urgency that they're not ready to handle. But when the moment of revelation comes at the right time, everything aligns perfectly, and they are able to step into their destiny with the emotional, spiritual, and mental strength they need to take on the challenges ahead. God's plan, or the greater purpose that guides the lives of chosen individuals, doesn't happen by accident. It unfolds in a way that takes into account the individual's growth, the lessons they need to learn, and the world around them. If a chosen one were to discover their identity too early, before they had the chance to develop their inner strength, wisdom, or understanding, they might be overwhelmed by the weight of their purpose. They might not know how to carry it, or worse, they might be tempted to misuse their power, acting from a place of confusion or arrogance instead of wisdom. The delay in revealing their true nature isn't about keeping secrets for the sake of mystery. It's about ensuring that when the time comes for them to step into the role they were destined for, they are emotionally and mentally prepared to take on the responsibility. They need to go through a process of self-discovery, growth, and sometimes even hardship, so that they can understand the gravity of their mission. It's during this period of growth that they learn the skills, values, and strength they need to embrace their destiny without losing themselves along the way. Imagine being asked to lead or protect others without having the life experience or emotional resilience to handle such a responsibility. It would be easy to make mistakes, to misunderstand the needs of others or to feel overwhelmed by the expectations placed on you. But when the revelation comes at the right time, it allows the chosen one to step forward with a sense of readiness. They've already lived through enough to know what it means to struggle, to fail, and to rise again. They've learned what it takes to lead with compassion and humility. They understand the complexity of the world and are able to make decisions that reflect a deep understanding of the human experience. Furthermore, the timing of the revelation is often in harmony with the world around them. It ensures that when they step into their true role, their presence is felt as necessary and impactful. The world is ready for them, and they are ready for the world. If they were revealed too early, they might not have the context or understanding of the specific needs of the time. The perfect timing means that when they emerge, their gifts can be used to bring about the change that is most needed, at a time when their powers and wisdom will have the greatest impact. In the end, the timing of when the chosen one's true identity is revealed is not random or coincidental. It's a deliberate part of the divine plan, designed to ensure that they are prepared in every way to take on the challenges that await them. When the moment is right, they can step into their destiny with confidence, strength, and the understanding that they are ready to fulfill their purpose, not just for themselves, but for the greater good of everyone around them. Fostering a sense of purpose beyond power. Chosen ones need to understand that their value isn't just in their abilities, but in who they are as individuals. By hiding their true identity, God encourages them to cultivate relationships, passions, and skills that are not linked to their powers. This way, when their abilities do emerge, they approach them with a sense of purpose grounded in a desire to serve and uplift others rather than seeking validation through their supernatural traits. Conclusion: the chosen ones walk among us, their true nature hidden by divine design. This concealment is not a punishment or an oversight, but a necessary phase that prepares them for their ultimate role. The secrecy surrounding their identity ensures they develop resilience, wisdom, and empathy while avoiding the pitfalls of pride and premature attention. Only when the time is right and they have truly grown into their potential does God reveal their full power and purpose to the world. Until that day comes, their superpowers remain a top secret, awaiting the moment when they will be unveiled to change the world.